guys, I'm Heather, and this is my lovely co-host Chandra. And oh, look, Hayley's here too. Yay! Hi, Hayley.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Sorry
That's
I'm late. I was actually attending a play reading of mine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Exciting. So if we just want to introduce ourselves and what we are working on stuff. So I'm Heather Salter-Purves. I write queer, dark fantasy, and paranormal. And today I'm going to be working on a short story to go in the Pride and Prejudice Author Tube anthology that Charlie Dorset is hosting this month. So on to you, lovely ladies.
I'm Chandra Arthur. I write science fiction, fantasy, and historical fiction. I will be working on some outlining, a few social media posts for the next couple of months, and maybe reading this new library book that I'm really excited about.
Ooh.
Because I've been watching True Blood, and why not?
It's a good choice.
Yeah. Also, Chandra, I really love your lipstick.
Thank you.
I will be working on either my NaNoWriMo 2020 project. I'm in revisions for that, and I'm trying to submit it to a mentorship program by Tuesday or next Tuesday. I forget when the 15th is.
Got 10 days.
Oh, 10 days. That's good. I keep thinking it's this week. But other than that, I might be working on some poetry or whatever, so that's fun. I totally forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I'm so sorry. Hi,
That's
I'm
right.
I have a channel here on YouTube as well, part of OtherTube, and I also stream writing sprints 4 times a week, Tuesday and Friday on Twitch. And I'm actually going into writing comedies, so that's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You said on Tuesdays, is it morning or?
Oh, Tuesdays evenings at 4 Eastern on Twitch. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
Nice. Let me know what you guys are all doing in the chat as well. Also, my lovely co-hosts' links are all linked down below, so also please remember to go give them some love. So shall we dive into a 15-minute sprint and kick off this writing for everyone?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I will get my... I just got to remember how to do this. Ah, there we go. Timer. Yeah. There we go. And we'll be back. Okay, everyone back. We're back. How did we all go with that sprint? I got 164 words.
I got 18.
But you're editing, so yay!
Yay.
But were they good words or bad words?
They were, they were words. They were words. They got the paragraph moving.
That was good.
Yeah.
I didn't really do anything productive. I just realized that I was working on busy work, like stuff that doesn't need to be done yet, so I can set it aside and focus on something that's a little bit more pertinent, maybe. So I'm thinking I need to make a to-do list at least to start, because I seem to be a little bit all over the place right now.
I feel you. I used my planner for the first time in like over a week today, just to sort out not just writing stuff, but for like planning my week, even though the week already happened. So
That's fair. But sometimes you've got to do that just so you can see, like, hey, I actually did stuff. Even if it doesn't feel like it, these things happened.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, especially when you're like in a funk during the week too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we got Deja had 338. People are stealing time in between making snacks and eating, which is always good. The dance party playlist is going to be hopping with Sam. We have someone writing by hand. So I really hope you're going to take breaks and your hand is going to be not too sore by the end of this. Hey, good, there we go. Miguel? Thinking and sorting. Thinking and sorting is always good.
I need to do some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Definitely.
Sorry. Stephanie Meyer's writing another 2 Twilight books.
If I had to guess, I would say it's because Midnight Sun, and she's going to do all the rest of the books from Edward's perspective, because, that's what they did with 50 Shades of Grey.
Really?
That's just a guess.
Wow. Sorry.
Am I going to read them? Yes. Should I read them? Probably not.
Was Midnight Sun any good?
I actually found that, so to preface this, I wasn't allowed to read fiction at all growing up. Some of the first fiction that I read was the Twilight series. And that was my gateway into the whole world of fiction. So I consumed them ravenously. I'm like, this is trash. I love it. I think that the first book from Edward's perspective, Midnight Sun, made Bella more likable to me.
Okay.
Because I didn't like her in the first books that much. I found her kind of annoying.
That's fine. You can find her annoying.
Yeah.
And so I was surprised by that. I was like, oh, like otherwise it just seemed like, what reason does a being that has seen this much of the world find in this person? And you get to see a little bit more of that.
Aw. That does sound actually romantic when you put it that way.
I might actually pick it up.
Yeah, I thought it was, but also I think it shows her development as an author, because she's written at that point, that's the seventh book, because there's 4 books, the main Twilight books, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, which is a shorter one that's a companion book.
Yeah.
The Host, and then Midnight Sun would be 7.
Ooh.
So you can
Didn't
really
she
see
write
it.
something adult? Why do I feel like she wrote something called The Chemist?
Oh, I didn't read that. I don't know if it happened or not, because you know how sometimes Goodreads adds books to people's things that didn't actually happen?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think
Yeah.
I remember seeing it, and I was like, I'm so confused, so I didn't pick it up. I might actually pick Midnight Sun up now.
I thought it was interesting. I liked it. I still won't say that it's like a good, like a oh my gosh, it's amazing. But I think within the context of her writing and the development of an author, you can really see that. And it does, in my opinion, make Bella a bit more likable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, honestly, that's all we can hope for as authors, right? Like, hope that we can, like, put our books out there and then, like, grow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that sounds really dumb or not.
No, I'm
tired.
100%. I'm 100% with you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
You're a
saying that, like, we're all Stephanie Meyer. I mean, we can if we want to be, but not gonna put limits
Can I be
on
Sarah
anyone.
J. Maas?
Oh, yeah.
Can I be Sarah J. Maas? Is that allowed?
Yes. Chandra, who would you want to be? Are you going to claim Stephanie Meyer?
No, well, actually, I take that back. Yes, I would. I don't know that I would specifically want to be her because I think she has some other objectionable things happening in her life. But as far as like she got the bag. She got the bag. But also, I think I've struggled with this. Would I want to be a well-known author or that makes a lot of money, or would I actually want to be good?
That is the question, isn't it?
And just because
that's a hard question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just because you're good doesn't mean you get paid.
Truth. So much truth. Yeah.
I've read some really good fan fiction.
And
Yeah.
I've read some authors who write original sci-fi, and I mean, you can go follow me on Twitter if you want, but they responded to one of my tweets. And I was like, me?
That was fun. Oh, me. I have to say, that is exciting when you get people commenting back on you or following you. You're like, oh,
yes.
I feel so mean.
So hard. I was all about it. But at the same time, this author is, I think their sci-fi is fantastic, but I think they're probably one of the most underrated sci-fi writers that I've ever read.
I'll drop them in the comments and let's all go check them out too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I will say their books are out of print, but I'll put it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
yay. More authors to discover, right?
That's always good though.
Mm-hmm.
I like this comment. I'm trying to write trashy romance under a pen name to get paid, and then I'll use something I'm proud of to put my name on.
Mood. I love this so much. Like DM me the name. A girl wants to know.
Yeah, for real.
But we'll dive into, say, a 20-minute sprint now for a bit longer.
Heck yeah.
We'll come back.
Let's sprint. Woo. I'm excited. Do we keep our mics on or off for like full typing or off?
What I tend to do, hang on, I'll talk to you in the chat, the private chat.
You're right, I'm totally interrupting.
Yeah, just so people can write. There you go, lovely people. So that was our 20-minute word sprint. How did everyone go with that one?
$69 words. Hey.
You did good.
Thank you.
I looked at my calendar and discovered that I have a problem with my schedule for tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let me just fix that. So calendar was a good idea. No words, but like problem solving. So
Yay. Solve those problems.
Yay.
Yay.
Hello, Megan. Thank you for popping in and hitting the button. Wow. Grayson did really well with 415. Oh, Deja is killing it.
Oh my god. 600?
that is
Yeah. I got 293.
Y'all are amazing.
Yeah. Stop.
Although just amazing.
Yeah, we've got another 600 here as well from Mallory. Research is always a good idea as well, Lee. We have someone getting food.
Ooh,
Food is
what
always a
food?
good option.
What food?
Yeah, I need to know the kind of food.
Yeah.
Tell us food. I'm also eating as well in the stream a chocolate and zucchini cupcake.
Yum. I haven't had one of those in forever. Oh.
Well, I'm just convinced my child will eat all the vegetables, so I just stick them in everything.
Mhm.
I love it.
She's actually pretty good, so I can't really complain.
I wish someone would
Oh.
sneak into my house and put vegetables in all the stuff I'm eating.
The vegetable burglar. Instead of stealing the vegetables, the burglar gives you vegetables.
I love that. I kind of did that. I put potato chips on top of my mac and cheese.
I love that.
So good.
Wait, oh my god, that's such a good idea. Like what kind of potato chips?
All I had left was the just like regular Ruffles, but I also did it with flaming Cheetos.
Ooh, like the really hot ones?
Yeah, that was so good.
Yum.
My cat
What
decided.
did you do this time, Dobby?
Dobby did 0 words, but he did sleep on top of my notebook, so that counts for something, right?
That's so cute.
Mama's got no chance of working.
Literally 0. So maybe I'll read a book next sprint.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh. Yeah. What book? Wait, I think you already said.
Well, I have 2, and now I can't decide, so maybe I'll read a little bit of both. So this is the author I was talking about. I'm reading book 4 in his series. Dobby says...
Dobby chosen that one.
Yeah, I guess this is what we're reading. So we're reading this one.
That's what you're reading because Dobby chose it.
This is the short story one. He said no to that. He went straight for this one. So
big chunky book. A thought that came up into my head, and I have an opinion on it, and I'd love to hear everyone else's opinion, is guilty pleasure reads. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, this is my guilty pleasure book and all this. I don't think you should feel guilty about reading. So, like, you know, like as we were saying, like Twilight's like a trash book and it's a guilty pleasure to like. I'm like, I think if you're reading anything, why should you feel guilty about it?
This is true. Yeah. Well, I also think, though, like I have a rule for myself where minimum for every 8 books I read, 1 has to be nonfiction.
Ooh, I like
because otherwise I will just read fiction constantly. And then like, maybe I could expand my mind. So but then I also have like books that I'm reading for a reason. Like right now I'm reading Atlas Shrugged. And like, why would anyone willingly do that to themselves, you know? But I'm learning stuff, so I read a little bit of it. And of course, it's like so long, so incredibly long. And then I break it up by reading like a bunch of other books at the same time. So I usually, like, right now I have 35, 36 books in my currently reading list, which I'm trying to clean up. It's not going well. But
That's
I would
for
say
me.
out of those, I'm actively reading 5 or 6 books.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I've actually been like really slow at reading books this year. Well, so I say that, but then you're gonna laugh at my next statement because I just read a book in a day, and it came out on Tuesday. But it was on my Kindle, so I feel like that's a little easier for me. But like because oh, did he sneeze in your face?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what love is like. It's like having your cat sit up and sneeze directly into your face.
Oh, lovely. Was it Don't Work with Animals or Children? Ta-da!
It really is.
That is so funny. Oh my god. I just love cats so much.
Thanks, bud.
Just what you need.
Mm-hmm.
But he loves me so.
Oh, that's so good. I forgot what I was saying.
You're saying something about how many books, like you just read.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so like I just finished a book in a day, which was really good. It was a YA book, For the Wolf by Hannah Witten. Pretty sure Hannah Witten, and it was really good. But like that's only been my third book this year since like 2021. So I'm not really like, limiting myself or like saying, oh man, I gotta read more, or I gotta read like this and this and this because I just want to read, But I was saying to a friend the other day that like I keep reading, um, but the minute I start reading a book, I want to write my own book. So then I'm like, well, what if I just put down this book and just start writing? But then I'm like trapped in this cycle and then I don't know what to do. And then, nothing gets done. So,
I think it depends on how you read. Like I do a lot of audiobooks because I'm very dyslexic. So if I only read physical books, it would take me forever.
yeah.
So I'm like dyslexic as well. That's I'm like, for the win!
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like the I went out.
I mean, that's what I always tell everyone. I'm like, and then build it into your routine if that's how you enjoy it. Like whenever I drive, I listen to an audiobook. Sometimes if I'm walking my dog, I'll listen to an audiobook at the same time, or like while I'm doing my chores.
Yeah.
But then like last year I read 16 books and that was all for me. And I usually have a goal to read 52 in a year. And I just try it, like I set that goal, but I don't always meet it. But it's like if I don't, okay.
Yeah. That sounds like it really works for you, and that sounds great.
But there's also been months where I'm like, I don't want to even look at a book. And if that's the case, like the whole point is that you're supposed to enjoy it. So if you're not enjoying it, then like don't. Write all you like. If you feel inspired to write, don't let someone else's book get in the way of your progress.
Yeah. But it's like always at like weird hours too when I'm reading. But like honestly, that doesn't really make a difference because yesterday I was up at like 3 a.m. and I was like, I'm gonna write some angry poetry. And then I did. So
That's so cathartic though. I love it. What kind of poetry do you like? Do you have a specific structure or?
So no. So I always say that I was actually an accidental poetry major in college because of my creative writing minor. It just so happened that I ended up taking all poetry classes. So like I got exposed to a lot of different forms, which was super, super great. But I really only like free form and like just things that I can just play around with. I wouldn't say that I really have a concrete style for poetry because I really only write it when I'm like going through stuff,
Yeah,
So
same.
Yeah. I was joking the other day that, I should make a burner account for all my poetry and I should, read it, but
Why
that's
not?
okay.
I think
Are you
that's
being
awesome, though.
again?
Thank you. Ooh, I think people in the chat are talking about,
Dyslexic.
fonts for dyslexia.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
I know Samantha L. Nassett's dyslexic,
Ooh.
and she does audiobooks and e-reader fonts.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, and apparently it's on Kindle.
But Apple Books doesn't have it yet, says Zara. That's disappointing. Boo, Apple.
Yeah.
I know that I think I can do it on some of the Libby books from the library.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually why I went to the library. I was like, everyone's been talking about Libby, and I haven't been able to use it. And I was like, that's it. I'm going to the library. I'm getting my library card.
Yes.
So
yes.
I finally did that. But
We
I'm sure my wallet will also thank me.
I feel you there.
Yes.
That's awesome. I'm excited to try that. I also have a really old Kindle, the paperweight kind of. And I haven't used it that much recently, but maybe I should break it out again.
My Kindle's super, super old. Honestly, I can't read a book without it dying or needing to be plugged in, so it's kind of a curse, but it's since I haven't been able to go into a bookstore or anything, it's been really helpful for that. So for actually reading books. And sadly my library and not a lot of libraries in my area have Libby or anything like that, so
yeah.
I just checked Libby. Libby does it. Apparently Google Books does it, we believe, as well.
Wow.
So yeah.
Finding out everything. Yay.
Yeah. I find weird. I can't use it to read ebooks. My brain just doesn't comprehend it. But I can read ebooks quicker than I can read paper book, physical copies of books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely feel you. Although I don't think I've read a paper book in a year, so I don't know if I can really answer that and give you my opinion anymore, because I feel like I've just been reading on my Kindle, which is wild to me.
I would say I read 90% of my books as audiobooks, and the other 10% is me just
Apparently Google Books doesn't do the default. But apparently Nook, Kindle, Libby, Overdrive all do.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
All this research we're doing for dyslexia readers.
Mm-hmm. Yes. We should rename our sprints and just call them Research for Dyslexia Readers.
I should do that.
Or change it to Dyslexic Readers Unanimous.
Well, I'd be the only one out. Oh, well, unanimous, then yeah. I will bow down to you both.
Also because we would probably misspell that.
That's what spell check's for, right?
Right. I always crack myself up with that. But I definitely, one time I sent an email at work and spell check, I spelled the word correctly, but it was the wrong word. So instead of saying for your convenience, I said for your continence.
Oh no.
That's what my wife has to do. She is my alpha reader, but she has to go through and read, because I might go, I'm they jumped excited, they were really excited, and it actually reads they were really exited is the correct spelling. Mm-hmm. I also do know that Running Mum Soul LNS actually has some writing videos for dyslexia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, she's one of my top resources for it. I keep thinking of doing it and then chicken out. So check her out too. And yeah, no, she also talks a lot about in her streams.
Nice.
I think it's really helpful though, because I didn't learn to read for a really long time because I had anxiety dreams about reading. I felt like the letters were chasing me. They look like they're like swimming around on the page. And so I just avoided anything. And then it was only because I had a teacher who was observant and like took individual time with us. And she was like, oh, this is why you're stressed about it. This is why you're struggling. And then she just like had me come sit by her through class. Otherwise, I don't know how long it would have been before I started actually reading.
Mm.
You know,
can be so
I
great.
got told in primary school I was lazy and stuff because it took me so long to read and spell and I just didn't do anything. But she also ignored the fact that I was 3 grades ahead of my mathematics.
Ooh.
So I'm like, we not seeing thing? And then I got to high school and one of the teachers actually talked to me. She's really smart, but really dumb at the same point. Can you figure it out?
So there's actually a series I've been reading, the Will Trent series by Karen Slaughter, where the main character is also dyslexic, and I like had a bunch of epiphanies because there's kind of a line just quoting basically what you said of like being so smart but so dumb at the same time. And
there's a book called The Gift of Dyslexia.
Ooh.
Which is really good. It's a non-fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get that information to you if you're interested in reading
Absolutely.
a dyslexic non-fiction. It was a book that like learning coordinator teacher actually gave to my parents to read.
Ooh.
But my dad was also dyslexic, but he was never diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You want Mummy to do some reading? Okay. We will do another 20-minute sprint.
Yay! Sprints.
Sprints. Do you want 20 or 25 minutes?
Ooh. 30.
I'm good with the 25. We split the difference.
Let's make 25. Split the difference.
I'm just really pumped now. We can do it.
Of course we can. And away we go, everyone.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. Couldn't hear anything. I wasn't sure if it was working.
Oh, I wasn't talking. Well, so words. I kind of cheated because I switched to a different document. So it says that I got like 15,000 words, but I didn't. Probably only got 100.
Fair.
Yeah.
I also realized I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, sorry. Were we like talking over you?
No.
Oh, good. That's good.
I read just over a chapter and got to kind of a funny part. So
Oh, yay. Yay.
it's interesting because there are humans in this book, but then they're on an alien planet. So it's talking about how the humans and aliens interact, and it's like the misunderstandings between species. It's kind of funny.
Oh, that is funny. That does sound really, really clever, actually. Is
Yeah,
it
it's
like
like,
working?
is it what now?
Is it like working so far?
Yeah, I think it's funny because the misunderstandings are so relatable,
Mm-hmm.
and the aliens are very curious about how humans sleep because they don't sleep the same way. So they'll actually take medication to find out what it's like to like sleep like a human. And they're like, it's
that's
kind
so
of
funny.
charming, and they seem really adorable, and they just don't relate in the same ways. So it's really cute when they are like trying to relate. And then
Yeah.
like the humans are like, wait, what? No.
That does sound really funny. I love it when sci-fi manages to like actually be cute too.
Yeah.
And like clever. Like it doesn't have to be all like, oh no, doom and gloom horror all the time, right?
Right. This is like, it's very action adventure sci-fi.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying this book.
Do you
Donna
like-
made a great choice.
Oh, yeah. Do you like character-driven stories or plot-driven stories?
Yes.
Ooh.
Because
Yeah,
if
I'd
you
say
like character-driven sci-fi, have you read A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky
No.
James?
Mm-mm.
Highly recommend. It's like a ship, but they've got like different races of aliens and humans on it.
Ooh.
I'm looking
And-
it up right now so I can add it to my to-read list.
That
and they've
sounds
got
so
like
great.
a range of queer characters, and they deal with like racism really interestingly as well. And
All
it's
right.
how like people try and figure out each other, and it's a slow plot book because it's literally like they're going across the universe to punch a hole in space.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely by Becky Chambers.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Beccky.
Yeah, I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes, I will link it for everyone.
Yes, please.
Yay.
I also see a few other people who I follow have read it and enjoyed it. So it's always like, oh, okay, it's
Yeah.
happening.
The last sci-fi, it wasn't really sci-fi. It was just more about this girl who wanted to go to space and like follow in the footsteps of her mother. Was called The Weight of the Stars. And I'm forgetting the author's name, but it was really cute and it was really queer. It was about these two girls, and one of them, well, like they both loved space, and one of them, her mother went to space and she was trying to find out like what happened to her mother and everything. And it was really cute. It was a very, very slow burn, and it was just really good. But like it wasn't really strictly sci-fi.
Is it by Kay Ancrum?
Yes. I literally opened a new tab to like look the author up, but yeah.
I have Goodreads open like
Oh yeah.
all the time, so I was like,
Yeah.
That's good.
Also, if you're looking for another like quick novellas, is the Motorbot series by Martha Ward?
Is that Junkyard Cats? Or is that a different?
No. They're like short little novellas.
What's it called?
There we go. It's the Motorbot Diaries. I'll just get the first book.
Oh yeah, that
And
sounds really
actually,
familiar.
It's like this AI machine like has has like hacked their system, and they basically have to murder. They run around murdering people.
Ooh,
Like they're on a ship, and
it's All Systems
So I've
Red
linked
is the
those
first
two.
one?
yeah, I've just put it in the chat. So that's the little novella, and that's the link to Becky Chambers' book.
Awesome, thank you. It's funny that you said that because I already had it on my TBR list, and you know how things get lost in the TBR list. So now I'll have to bump it back up to the top.
Mm-hmm. Wikipedia's description sounds pretty silly.
It sounds it's a weird way to describe it, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I always like to break up, especially like when you read a long book and then you need something short to kind of cleanse the palate.
They're all sort of around 150 pages. Like they're really short novellas.
All right.
When you read novellas, do you count them towards your book reading goal? I always do. I just wasn't sure if people are like.
The only books I don't count are the books I read to my 1-year-old.
I would totally still count those.
This year I made the rule, if I read it like 5 times, I can count it once.
That's fair.
Because I'm like, they're that short, but yeah.
That's fair. But I like you put the time in, you get to count it.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine like
really long for kids' books. I'm like, I feel like picture books. I'm like, these are really long book.
Yeah, especially when you're like reading them out loud, right? Like,
yes,
they can just take up so much time.
Especially if you have to do all the different voices and sound effects and.
Well, at the moment, I just have to convince her that I need to finish reading the book, where she's like, no, and takes it off me. I'm like, okay, well, we're not reading this book anymore. Might take me 6 weeks to read the book.
It's so cute.
Yeah, that is.
What I might do is we might do a 15-minute cool-down sprint and then come back and have a little chat, and then we'll be done for this sprint.
Heck yeah. Let's do it.
Love it.
I'm kind of getting more unhinged as like the night goes on, so I hope you're all ready for my chaos.
I haven't noticed at all.
Unhinged.
I look up and I just see like this happening, and I'm like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do with that, and I will go there. And start.
Woo.
That was pretty Sorry, that was a bit obnoxious. So, did you get another chapter read?
I got another chapter read, and I glanced over my outline to see how much I have and how much more needs to be done.
Nice.
Awesome. I got... Oh, man. Actually, I didn't check. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. I got 147 new words.
Awesome.
Yay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Mallory's killing it.
Ooh. 500.
What is this?
Oh my god.
Craziness!
Over 900?
Oh my god, Angel Rider. Tell
That
us
is
all your secrets.
awesome. Also, how? Teach me your ways, O wise one.
That's so fast. So fast.
Sweetie. And we've got Zara going to bed. Bye. But she got 5.5 chapters read.
That's awesome.
I feel you, Zara. I feel the tired.
Yeah.
Oh, Laura ate food and is trying to stay awake.
Oh no.
Did we ever figure out what food?
No.
Oh,
Laura just didn't give us that information.
gasp. You're holding
What
out
is
on
this
us.
No, I'm trying to. Yay, we've got outlining. That's how she's doing it. All the outlining.
Ooh.
Grayson did amazing for the whole sprint too. 2,544 for this 2 hour.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's a solid day.
There you go. Popeyes. She's eating Popeyes.
I've never had Popeyes before.
Me neither.
We don't have them in Australia.
Fair.
We had 2 different chicken restaurants though.
We did find something that all 3 of us have in common, though.
Yay! We've never had Popeyes.
The No Popeyes Club.
Yes. That'll be, I don't know, our name if we ever sprint again.
Never had Popeyes.
An anthology of author two. But it's just us 3.
That's funny. I like it.
Yay. Sam is struggling to find more variation of songs
Ooh.
for the dance party.
Mm-hmm. Musicals.
You cannot go wrong with musicals.
I was going to say Broadway, musical theater songs, show tunes.
Yes. Or
I'm here
like,
for it.
no, I don't
But
have any
you have to
suggestions.
make sure they're royalty free.
Fair.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, yep.
They're copyright free, my friends. You could just sing our songs.
Mm-hmm.
Can you? I think you can still get dinged for singing songs, though, right?
Mm.
I'm not looking to be taken down. That's fair enough.
Okay, I have a solution for you, writing mom Samantha. You gotta write your own musical. Tonight.
There it is. Problem solved.
Boom.
In between taking care of the kids and writing your novel and critiquing and all the other shenanigans. Yeah.
I feel like also if you need help writing your musical, Hayley had a video come out today that'll explain everything you need to know.
Yes. And you know what? That'll be my next video for next week.
I'll do it. There you go. She'll write over the course of the next Worldwide Writeathon.
What if the Worldwide Writeathon is just, wait for it, a musical?
Dun, dun, dun. I'm sure Jessica will love this. She's like, great. Let's change everything again.
Does that mean
very niche audience?
We don't have conversations, we sing to each other?
Mm-hmm. It's just like Les Mis. Everybody's the no speaking, at all. Everybody's singing, whether they like it or not.
Well, was someone in here before who was writing a Les Mis fan fiction?
Ah,
Oh,
who was it?
I
It was
don't
not me.
know. It was like at the very beginning.
Oh, man, just missed them.
Yeah.
I hope their fanfic went well.
So do I. Now that you mentioned it, I was like, "Woo, everyone's writing." So yeah, that is.
Oh,
There you go. I see.
ah,
Hey, she's still here. How did yours go?
congrats. Well, I don't know if you finished it or not, but yay, congrats.
1 second. Gotta get. See, I'm saying. There you go. She started, and Sam's starting it.
Yes.
Honestly, though, if you do that, then people won't be able to forget the instructions that you give. So,
because they're all gonna be in song.
Yes. Admittedly, I forgot to send our thumbnail, the completed thumbnail, through until this morning, but.
oops.
Well,
It's beautiful, though. By the
Yeah,
way.
Thank you.
it is.
That's when I have such beautiful co-hosts.
Oh no,
Thank y'all.
you.
There we
You
go. We have
too.
another 10 chapters on that Les Mis thing.
Also, I feel like you made this look good. So,
Mhm,
I try.
for
What
sure.
is it? Oh, what's that saying? A woman never needs to I never need to dim my light for you or something.
oh, you don't have to dim your shine.
To let others shine.
Something like, yeah. I know where you're going with this. And yes, 100%.
Yes, that one. Yes, all the love.
I don't. That's it.
I don't.
Jessica says, Millinote says Sam writes a musical, the musical.
Musical.
And then we could take it another step further and be like High School Musical and be like Sam writes a musical, the series, the weekend, because it's a weekend.
Into infinity.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
Well, this was awesome. I feel like this was such a good start.
It was. And thank you for helping me host.
Oh, thank
And
you for having us.
Yeah.
I have got all my beautiful co-hosts links are down below. So please also go share the love there. And I hope you guys get all the words.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, actually, that's one thing I do need to do. I saw the new templates to post your goals for the weekend.
Goals. Sorry, I should say all the words. I hope you achieve your goals.
Definitely got to do that.
You too.
So, yeah, because I might do a bit more writing later, but I think I actually have to go get my daughter.
Good luck.
Are we doing outros or?
Yes, outros. Yes. Hayley first.
Me first. It's because I was late, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hi everybody. I'm Hayley. Thanks so much for having me, Heather, and Chandra. It was so great to write with you two tonight, and everybody else in the chat. And you can check me out down below with my channel. It doesn't have a fancy like easy to remember name anymore because I had to switch it. But it's linked down below. And like I said, today I made like a really funny writing comedy sketch video that I'm super, super proud of. So it would really mean a lot to me if you checked it out. And I also stream writing sprints 4 times a week over on Twitch on my Twitch channel. That's Hayley H Creates Tuesdays, Fridays, and then the weekends. at 4 p.m. Eastern. So yay, if you like chaos, join me.
Agents of Chaos.
Love it.
Hang on, this way.
Hi, I'm Chandra Arthur. I make videos about reading, writing, and all things books. I also stream on Tuesday nights. Every other Tuesday is Twitch, then YouTube. And you can find the schedule linked on my Instagram or my Twitch or my YouTube. I also put out new videos on Wednesdays and Fridays, so check out the new content. And yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah.
I'm Heather Salter-Purves, a queer dark fantasy author, and I post videos twice a week on reading and writing, on my reading and writing journey. And let's use our voices to promote positive change in the world. And thank you and goodbye.
That was so cute.
So, yeah.